Welcome to the latest edition of the Black Hole. It's been a while, but I decided to come on and do this little short one today. Okay, the topic of this one is going to be dating, interracial, international, interethnic, whatever, dating outside of your group. How to do that, but not make it weird or gross, which oftentimes it can be because people fetishize each other. People, they don't see them as a person, they see them as a thing. It can go both ways, actually too. Could be two people both fetishizing each other, But that makes it gross. It could be weird, it could be gross. This little short segment I was talking about how for that not to happen. One, see the person for who they are, not what you think they are. Everyone's unique. Well, not unique. Most people fall into certain templates, but everyone is an individual. Okay, you see that person as an individual, get to know them as an individual, and everything else is a little detail. Like, let's say you like a woman with a certain kind of skin tone or, whatever. That's okay, But what's important is that woman, her body, her skin tone, her boobs, whatever. That's all secondary, third-ary, fourth-ary, whatever. You see them as that person, not as some kind of type of object. Okay, you're doing okay. You're not making it weird or gross then. You date a guy, like sometimes you see they want a black man, they want a white man, whatever. The problem about that is, well, there's millions, billions of those out there. So that girl might not, if she's looking for those things, she might not, she definitely doesn't want you for you. She wants you because she sees you as that kind of object, and maybe it encapsulates some kind of fantasy for her, right? To have that. So that's weird and gross. So if you're doing that, take a step back, see that person for how they are, who they are as an individual. I mean, let's say though you are just trying to, I don't know, maybe you're trying to, like Pokemon, you try to get them all. You try to get one of every color. Some people do that. And if you want to do that, I guess it's okay. But as long as you're upfront about what you're doing, to yourself and to the other person, I guess it's okay. So I'm not really talking to that person because if you go on that route, you're going to be weird. You're going to be gross by default because that's a weird and gross thing to do. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So if you're just trying to collect them all, one of each color, one from each nation, one from each city. Do what you gotta do. Just make sure you don't catch nothing, don't spread nothing. That's the only thing I can say about that. Now, let's say you're going the opposite way and you're trying to do something serious. Trying to make a family, trying to make a life together. It can be complicated for some people, especially if you're a member of you're actually have a strong group identity. Like, let's say you're in everybody got their own little tribes. You don't call them tribes over here, but that's what it is. Your ethnic group, your culture, whatever. Hence your tribe. Okay. It's better if one person comes over to the other person's tribe. It's going to be a lot easier. I've seen that work many times where one person may not have a strong group identity, whatever that group identity may be, religion, race, ethnic group, other aspects of their culture. They don't have a strong group identity. They more or less just fade into their partner's identity. Usually the woman does that. I think it works better for women to do that. But sometimes the man will end up to be the one to actually assimilate into the group of their partner. And I've seen that work quite well. So if you're a Mormon, you have to get someone that maybe wants to be a Mormon, right? I think that works just fine for you. On the flip side, also might work too if you're both two people that do not have strong group identities. I've seen this work quite well also. People that really don't have a strong religious, cultural, ethnic identity. I've seen those people who have no problem dating with other people that are the same way. So those people, they have the easiest time dating outside their so-called group because they're not really deeply invested in any group. So they can mess around with whatever. I'll put myself in that category. I actually put myself in that category because for the most part, I'm just invested in me, myself, and what things I want to do, things I think, And as long as a girl, she's willing to come over to what I'm about, then she can have most women will have a shot. There's some groups that I don't really mess with like that, but Yeah, if you're willing to come over to adopt what I'm about, then yeah, I'll roll with you. We can roll the dice there. But yeah, I don't have a strong group cultural identity, religious identity myself. You know, my identity is rooted in myself and the things I want to do, the things I like to do. So I can mess around with anyone for the most part, and very little issues. But when it comes to actually marriage and stuff, you got to make sure that person, you're both on the same page. Are you going to come along to their side? Are they going to come to your side? Or will it not be an issue at all? And do those things, you can avoid your interracial, interethnic dating, whatever. You can stop that from being weird and gross. Because it may be fun for a little bit, but eventually when you're when you're playing those type of games, when you're doing that kind of weirdness in your life, yeah, eventually you're going to feel cheap, disgusted with yourself, you know. So yeah, cut it out. Unless you're just trying to have a quick little roll around, and okay, it doesn't matter because, you know, 1 or 2 nights or whatever, anything goes. But I'll tell, maybe I'll tell those stories another day. But yeah, I just want to do a quick one right quick. This was on my mind, so I want to do it while it was still fresh in my mind. All right, stay tuned for the next.